Oh boy, what are we doing today? Well, from the title you guys know, well, title and thumbnail, we're gonna be setting up a freshwater planted tank. Yes, that is correct. I'm gonna be a freshwater scrub. I'm going from the saltwater tank to a small Pico planted tank. Now, I'm showing you guys the reef tank because I wanna give you guys a bit of an explanation, but I wanna give you guys something good to look at rather than my face. So I'll let you guys check out the 20-gallon reef tank. I've been doing saltwater tanks since about 7th grade, which is now, I guess, going on 10 years, and I haven't done a freshwater tank since I switched, which I've kept aquariums since I was probably about 8 or 9, and I've kept freshwater up until about, I guess, the age of 12 or 13, so only for a few years until I got the saltwater itch, and I've been doing saltwater ever since. So, what kind of got me going with a freshwater tank is I made a new friend, and he happened to be into aquariums as well, and more so on the planted side. He's getting into saltwater, so that's where I'm helping him, but me doing planted tanks, he's gonna help me with that, so it's kind of like a little trade-off. But I picked up a tank and I got some supplies, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys it right now. So this is gonna be our new project for the channel. This is no longer JDH Reefing. I guess we can switch it to JDH Aquatics maybe. I might change the name or keep it, we'll see. But as you guys can see, we've got a rimless tank. This is a 1-gallon cube from Petco. I think it's Aqueon still. I might be incorrect, but it's their rimless versions. The 1-gallon cube is the only size that comes completely rimless. The other ones that are 2 gallons and up have a brace on the bottom, and then the top is rimless. So I like this look a lot better just because it is a traditional rimless tank, and I wanted it to match closely to the Innovative Marine. But yeah, so that's why we went with the cube. I actually did buy the 2-gallon because I thought I needed a little bit bigger of an aquarium, but after putting it on the desk, I realized it was too big, and we decided to go with the 1-gallon. So pretty small setup, as you guys can see, but very nice. It came with a leveling mat, and it also came with a lid, but as you guys can see, that lid wouldn't work because we've got a huge, nice piece of dragon wood already positioned in the aquarium. This was another piece that was bought at Petco. I did not boil it simply because I just didn't want to. What I did instead was I super glued it to the bottom of the aquarium. So this is permanently how it's gonna be, unless I snap off, I guess, the wood from the glue. I don't know how that would hold up with the aquarium, but this is the only intended use for this tank. So anyways, I got the aquarium half off at Petco's like half off aquarium sale. So instead of like 40 bucks or 45, this thing after tax was like $22. So super awesome deal on that. Other aquarium stores were selling similar tanks, maybe a little bit nicer glass, but almost 65 bucks for something this small. So really happy on the price. And then the piece of dragon wood I got for very cheap as well. As you guys can see, it's glued in there pretty well, enough to keep it submerged until it gets waterlogged itself. But in this process, we don't have to boil the wood, we can simply throw it in. I already rinsed it off, so we're good there. Panning out from the tank, it's being lit by this desktop aquarium lamp, not aquarium lamp, this desktop lamp. I actually bought it to do schoolwork and regular work, but now it's going to be double used as a desk lamp and lighting my Pico Planted tank. So it still emits enough light for me to actually do some work, but we went to Home Depot and picked up a grow light. So this is an LED 9-watt, it's full spectrum, lasts 25 hours, or excuse me, 25,000 hours. It was 10 bucks. And it's just a simple grow light. So I'm gonna see how this does. If it works, then it works. If it doesn't, we can switch it out. But we're definitely gonna change it out from this stock light bulb that came with this lamp. So 10 bucks, hopefully a good investment, we'll see. And the last purchase we bought was this fluorite black sand. If we turn the bag here, we'll get better lighting. But this was the hardest, I guess, piece to the puzzle that I had to figure out. I didn't know if I was gonna do sand. I didn't know what kind of substrate that I needed. I've done some research, but I just decided I'm gonna go with this, and we're going to do trial and error. So if this doesn't work, if the tank crashes, we'll switch out the substrate and I'll try something else. I saw a video, I'll have to throw up her name. I believe it's Girl Tox Aquarium, something like that. I'll be sure to throw it up to give her credit, but I watched one of her videos where she set up a tank with fluorite black sand, and the roots were very dense and looked very healthy, so I figured I'd give it a try. It was 22 bucks for 7.5 pounds roughly. I think I'll only need maybe a fourth of this bag to get a solid sand bed, but other than that, we'll have a bunch of extra if I ever want to set up any more planted tanks in the future. For the purpose of this video, we aren't going to be setting up the tank completely. I'm only going to be installing the light bulb in the fixture and adding some of the fluorite sand. We won't be getting the tank wet quite yet, only because I want to do a little bit more research on cycling the tank for planted aquariums and making sure that the tank is going to be stable enough. I would like to add a couple shrimp, but other than that, I just need to do a teeny tiny bit more research before I feel comfortable getting this thing wet, and of course getting some plants in there. But I think we got the base down. We've got the aquarium cleaned out, we've got the wood washed off, glued down, we've got the lighting set up, and of course we've got our fluorite black sand. I think it's going to be important to talk about the goals for this aquarium, since we're not going to be really doing anything special, I guess, in this video. Let's talk about kind of the basis of this setup. So of course it's a rimless 1 gallon cube, but we're gonna set it up as no filter, no heater, no ferts, and no CO2. So a completely basic aquarium with just a nice nutritional substrate. So that's the goal, is to simply get all the nutrients from the substrate, possibly dosing iron. Again, I need to do a little bit more research, but I'm hoping I can do no fertilizers and hopefully no other additives necessary. So doing maybe weekly water changes to keep up with exporting any ammonias in the tank, but we're planning on doing just a ton of plants, maybe a couple shrimp if I can keep them alive, but really just having it low maintenance, low cost, but still looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and install this light bulb and add about 2.5, maybe 3 inches of substrate. We'll see how much is in there once we put it in, and then I'll come back to you guys after that. I just wanted to point out that this light bulb looks so sick. I can't wait to see this thing lit up. Wow, so it might be hard to tell on camera, but this light bulb is amazing. I can already tell this is gonna be worth the $10 investment. This light bulb, oh my goodness, it's emitting a lot of warm colors, but also some cool ones as well. It makes the wood look really good. It looks kind of pink on camera, but as you guys might be able to tell or know, there's gonna be some red LEDs in there for that plant growth. It's so weird looking at how blue this is and then looking at this and seeing how like reddish, pinkish, brownish it is. But I'm super excited. I'm gonna go ahead and put this sand in the tank. Should look really good. After making a mess, I got most of what I need inside the aquarium. I'm using a toothbrush that I use to clean off some of my saltwater equipment. I'm able to just kind of brush around the substrate and get it off as best as possible from this spider wood. Alright, this is what we are working with for the next, I guess, couple of videos. We are going to be filling this up in the next day or two, and then again doing some more research, letting the tank kind of run through. I mean, there is no filter, so I guess there's no, you know, filtering or cycling process, but we definitely are going to be getting this thing planted up as well. So I plan on using some plants from the various ponds around my house, and of course doing like a bleach dip, making sure there's no parasites on those plants. And then I also would like to do just simple Java fern and Java moss. So 3 plants, keeping it really, really simple, doing various water changes throughout the week, making sure that there is no excess nutrients in the water column, things like that. So we'll watch out for algae blooms. We might have to get this tank kick-started once or twice, but yeah, I hope you guys are here to stay. If you'd like to follow this, please subscribe and let me know in the comments down below that you guys are excited to see this build. With all that being said, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.